Hey, quick video today. So please excuse first of all the mess in the background and the different setup as far as how this is getting recorded. If it sounds really bad or really good, I guess let me know below. If it sounds way better, I might just keep this. But I'm in the process of rebuilding my PC. I really hope I'm done in time for my stream. I guess when you're seeing this, it'll be tonight. But I did not get it done in time, at least not fully set up yet, to be able to record this video like I normally would through that. So I'm actually recording through the Mac that I'm using to program on. So all that aside, gonna do a couple videos here on shortcuts on Android Studio or any other IntelliJ product, or any other IDEA project. Mostly IntelliJ and Android Studio, I think, are what most people use. Yeah, today is going to focus on just like navigating files and just a list of like probably my top 5-ish, maybe 6 of my favorite shortcuts for just navigating between different files. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I just made this new scene on my screen recorder thing so you can still see me. At first I didn't think I'd be able to do this, so kind of excited I can get this to work on my Mac. I don't think I'm covering up anything important. We'll see. Again, let me know below if you kind of hate this setup. Okay, I'm going to hit Command comma real quick. I just want to show real quick. I think I'm already there actually. If you just type out key map though, you'll find it. This is what I searched for earlier. This kind of tells you what type of shortcuts you currently are using. I'm on this computer on OS X 10.5 Plus. I'm pretty sure this is the same as just doing Mac OS X. And I recently on my work laptop upgraded to the newest version of Android Studio, and this reset. So I actually had to go in and reset it to OS X because I was super lost for like half a day trying to figure out what to do. I have all these shortcuts memorized. But all this to say, I'm using the Mac version of Android Studio with the Mac version of Android Studio shortcuts enabled. You can actually set this to be like, I'm pretty sure, I guess maybe Visual Studio, but one of these I know, or maybe you can create your own, lets you do Windows shortcuts, but I always use the Mac ones. So all these shortcuts will be for the Mac. If there's something on here that you think is helpful, it's a real quick lookup, just a quick Google on how to do that on whatever version of shortcuts you're using. But for starters, well, I'm gonna try and order these on how often I actually use them. So for starters, it's moving back and forth to whatever file I was just at, or whichever file I need to go to next. As you can see, I'm just like clicking around here. But if I hold down the command key and use either of the brackets, just like back bracket or open bracket, technically the one that's on the left on your keyboard, but the open bracket navigates you to wherever you were previously, and the close bracket navigates you to wherever you just left from. So it goes forward in the stack versus back in the stack. And I use these to go back and forth between where I was working all the time. Definitely it's super helpful. Alright, this next section is going to be on opening files that could be currently closed. I'm going to leave all these tabs open for now because I'm lazy, but let's say I wanted to open up a class. So that is Command O, and you can open up any class. So I'll type out Hoisin. This is a project I'm currently working on. Not currently working on. This is a project I recently released for a side project, and this is like a library I wrote for it. I'm just using this for my example for these shortcuts. But we can go to the Hoisin exception, and the way I found that is just if you just type out our Command O and then look for Hoisin. Something kind of neat and easy to remember, especially if you have a lot of classes in your project you're going through, is just the capital letters lets you find stuff as well. If you just do all the capital letters and whatever it is you're looking for, or maybe the first one in all the capital letters, you'll be able to open up files a little bit easier. So Hoisin exception is the only HE file I have, and we opened it. In addition to Command O, there's also notably Command Shift O, which does just the file. So this is good. I could have still done poison exception, and I would actually just open up the file, the poison exception.kt, but I could also find the readme this way. Whereas like a readme is not a class, so I couldn't have done that with the regular commando. I have to do the command shift O. And you can see over here there's also symbols, and I do that search quite a bit as well, and so then it's just command option O. Oh, 1 second. I don't know what just happened. I must have misclicked somewhere, but command option O. And this lets you search for like method names, variable names, and stuff like that. So if we type out like get, I'm sure I have a couple gets. Go to this one, you can see I've defined a method called get, and we found it by searching for it. And you can see where this could be anything. So for example, we see this params are arrays thing. You can do command option O, I did command shift O, command alt O, and type out params are arrays. And you can see it right here on any of these. Click it, and it'll bring us to where we were expecting to go. I guess the next option that's kind of in a similar opening up files vein is going to be command E. Still looking because I'm nervous to like mistype. Command E is recent files. Super useful if you know you were there recently but you just can't remember the name. This happens to me all the time, especially on a larger code base like what I use at work. I will forget where I was and just know I was there recently. Where was I? And a command E just lets you find all the things you were recently at and open up any of those files from that window. Super helpful. And then not necessarily opening up files, but something really helpful when we are tracing through stack traces and trying to fix bugs is if we already have, you know, our open file. Let's say we want to go to call, and I know like the error happened at line 40. Then I can do, if this was a longer, I mean right here we could just see 40. But if this was like a 3,000 line file, command L brings up a dialog to be able to just type out whatever line you want. So if we wanted to go to line 23, we're at line 23, and we can, you know, continue to trace through code. But that's a lot easier from like looking up the method name and trying to search by that. Sometimes when you're looking at stat trace, you can see the file name, command shift O to the file, and then command L to the actual line that you saw in the stack trace. Super helpful. Okay, next up, once you have all these open, it can be really helpful to close them. This is the same as basically any Mac app, but command Q, you should already know, closes the entire application. Don't command Q while you have Visual Studio open in the middle of stuff, but command W closes just the window you're currently on. So you can see I just exited out of a couple files. Also really helpful is, let's say we have like one of these open, these bottom sections. That's kind of hard to see with my camera there. Let's do Gradle. So you can always click it again to close it, or the minimize button to close it, but usually I just do command W and that closes it. A little bit easier. So that is all the generic kind of like basic navigating files shortcuts I have listed as far as what I use on an absolute everyday basis, the kinds that I would like not be able to do my job without having these now. Like I use them so often. But another one that I'm probably going to add to the bottom of every one of these videos is going to be command shift A. So you'll probably notice over here when I did command O and I pointed out that there's files and symbols, you could do it also. There's also actions, and that is command shift A. Lets you search for shortcuts, or basically any action you can do on Android Studio. That could be like, you know, like running your application, finding, replacing, split and move vertically, split horizontally. I didn't even know that was a thing. Things like that, like literally anything you could do with enough file opening clicks, you could eventually do through clicks. You could do a lot quicker by just command shift A and then literally search, even if what you're looking for is copy and you forgot that command C is copy. Now you have it. You copied that line. Command-Shift-A is just a great tool for finding out stuff when you're just slightly too lazy to reach for your mouse. So that's all I have for you today. I hope at least one of these was helpful and new to you. If you have any shortcuts, especially ones for navigating files, let me know what you use. Let me know what helps you be more productive as a developer. I'd love to hear from you. I do stream on Twitch if you want to ask me anything there. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week here at the YouTube channel. Bye.